Hey guys, it's Shan Crawford, life transformation and career coach. And today we're going to talk about if you feel like you are undervalued at work, what you can do to resolve that. So there are a few things that you can do, and these things are things that have helped me as well as my clients as they've felt like they've been working for a company that does not appreciate them, that does not recognize them for as much as they do, or appreciates what they do for the company. So, the first thing that you want to do is to understand what your workplace value is. Sometimes we don't know and we don't take the time out to really understand what we're contributing to our job and how much weight that holds. And that when we don't know how much we are contributing to the company and how much value we're adding, it makes it hard for others to see that as well. It's just like if you're dating and you don't know how much you're bringing to the table and you're attracting people who don't know how much you have to offer it either, you would be attracting that because you aren't seeing it for yourself and you aren't standing firm in what you have to offer, so neither will anyone else. So the first thing you want to do is to understand what your workplace value is. And one of the ways that you can do that is to compare what you do with what other companies are looking for and how much they're paying. So if you look at your job responsibilities, your job role, your job description, you look at everything that you actually do, and then you look for other jobs that are in your career field that are similar to your job, and you see that they're paying more for what you're doing, or you see how much they're paying for what you're doing, you can get a better understanding about what it is that what you're doing is worth, for one. Okay, because a lot of us don't have an understanding about don't have a clear understanding about what it is that we're doing and how much that holds weight in the workplace and at the company that we're at or elsewhere. So that's one thing that you can do to help you to understand that better. One. Okay. And then the second one is a strategy that I like to use with my clients to help them boost their confidence when they don't have that much confidence. Even though they know that they're contributing something, there are some value to the company, they don't really know the full extent of how much they have to offer. And sometimes it really just takes sitting down and looking at it beyond looking at other companies, but just looking at your own responsibilities and the things that you do. So this is something that I call a brag bank. So the brag bank is like a humble brag, and it is a master resume of everything that you've done and everything that you can do for your company and everything that you've done before you've gotten to that company. And the reason why this is important is because there may be strengths that you might have, there may be skill sets that you may have that you're not utilizing, that you could be utilizing, that could be making you more money, or could get you noticed or get you valued at a higher role or a higher salary. And then also just to help you see clearly what it is that you do, everything that you're doing, so that you have a really good understanding of what you're offering to this company. Because then, like I said, with the comparing to other companies, you can see what it is when you read those job descriptions and you read how much they pay for that kind of job description. You can say, hey, like I'm doing way more than that and I'm getting paid less than that. Or, hey, I can do this job at this company and they're offering this amount of money, so I should be making this amount of money, or it's worth me going for a raise or asking for a raise for this amount of money. But it's hard to do that when you don't have a clear understanding of what it is that you're doing. Sometimes we take on job roles and job responsibilities as we are with the company for a while. It kind of blurs into our job description, into our job role without us kind of paying attention. And this is helping us to pay attention so that we know, like, did we pick up extra stuff along the way? And if we did, what can we do about that? And a lot of the times the answer is to get negotiate a raise for the responsibilities that you've picked up. And if, like I said, you feel like you're not doing a lot, now this is a time where you can utilize your strengths and your skill sets that you haven't been using at this job, so that you can start getting more recognition and you can start being valued or seen as more value in your company. But if you feel like you're being undervalued already, likely you're doing a pretty good job at what you're doing thus far. They just aren't seeing that. Okay. Another thing that you can do is to make a praise folder for yourself. So this is something that you can use when you do something that your bosses might praise you for, or your employees might say something positive about something that you've done. And sometimes it takes just yourself to recognize, something that you did a good job at, or that you are handling something that you have taken responsibility for, that no one else is giving you recognition for. Sometimes you have to give that recognition to yourself so that you can understand like what it is that you're doing for these people and for this company, for your employer. So making a praise folder can help you from here on out to start keeping track of the things that you've been contributing to the company, if that makes sense. So that when it comes time for you, when you're ready to negotiate a raise or you want to get promoted, you have something solid to go off, some evidence to back up that you've been contributing, rather than just going off of hearsay or trying to recall things that you've done and only being able to list one or two things when really you've done 20, 30, maybe even 100 things. So keeping track of those things helps for you to have the recognition that you deserve, even when other people don't recognize those things, so that you have that to back you up when it's time for you to ask for a raise or for the value that you desire. Okay. And then you want to also make a decision if you want to stay at this company or not when you're looking at these hard facts about what it is that you're offering. Are you being so undervalued that when you look at these other companies, is it worth it for you to go to another company where you feel like you may be more appreciated and more valued? And listen, you can do research also on company culture and see if these companies are saying. Glassdoor is a really good website for this. I'm not sure. I wouldn't be able to list other companies I wouldn't be able to list other websites that do the same thing, but Glassdoor is a pretty good one where you can see people's experiences that they put anonymously on there to describe, what the culture is like, meaning, is it a stressful or chaotic environment? Do they praise their employees? Do they typically undervalue their employees, to kind of help you make a decision about if you want to go into another company, into another environment, and see if your work would be valued elsewhere? Or do you want to just stay at where you're at and work at getting the recognition that you deserve where you are? So that definitely helps with being undervalued, to resolve some of that. And then once you understand what your value is, you communicate that value so that you can ask for a raise at your current job or at another job if you desire. Like I said, when you're looking at other companies and their culture, and you decide that you might want to go and try something out somewhere else. Listen, nothing is ever permanent. A lot of people are afraid that if they go to another job, it's going to be just as bad as this job. Looking for another job and finding another job is only as hard as you'll allow it to be. When you have the mindset of getting a job is difficult and it's going to be difficult for you to find or get hired at another place, then you're fulfilling that prophecy for yourself. So even if you try another company out and it doesn't work out for you, you can always go to another company. You can always keep trying until you find a place that you like. But you have to have the mindset and you have to think healthily about that so that you can keep your options open, keep opportunities attracting to you, and get to a place where you really are valued where you are. Or you can work with a career coach, someone like myself, that helps people who are not sure what to do, what to say, when to do, when to say the things that you should in order for you to get a raise or for you to get promoted at your current company or elsewhere, because I help people do that as well, to go into another job role at another company at a higher title or a higher rate. So if that's something that you're interested in doing, you can definitely email me at shan@beautyofgrowth.com. Shan's like Jackie Chan, CHAN, at beautyofgrowth.com. Or you can comment on one of these videos or reach out to me in my DMs and I will get back to you when I see it. But the easiest way to get to me is probably by email. But that may be an option for you as well, is getting a career coach to tell you exactly how to approach, who to talk to, what to talk to them about, what exactly you should be doing in your job to get you recognized and noticed, so that you can feel confidently about asking for a raise and feel confidently about asking for a promotion if that is the direction that you wish to go in. So that is our video for today. Thank you for listening. Hopefully you found some value in this. It's nighttime, so I know you can see my shadow there. So for you, hopefully you have a good day. It'll be a good night for me. But if I do not see you in my emails or my DMs or anything like that, maybe I will see you in another video. Thanks for listening.